Good morning all, CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Thursday morning, March 17th. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all of you out there. We'll see if the luck of the Irish continues for the market today. We're looking at Window Traders Market Profile, SPY, IWM, Triple Qs. Real quick, I want to go over something from yesterday because I did a consultation last night and there was some questions about how the market did what it did to the downside, then to the upside. So let's quickly recap what transpired yesterday. So yesterday morning we gapped higher, which I wasn't expecting, but obviously there was more people short in this market than I thought. And that's what happened here in ABC. Once the short started covering, you get the momentum buying, right? They didn't get much out of it. But here's the important thing. At 2 o'clock, when the Fed came out in J period, generally, they'll trade both sides of the market a lot of times. They didn't do that yesterday. They didn't go up much in J, so whoever was still long started defending yesterday's low. Once that gave way, anybody who was still long gave it up, and then again the shorts pile in. And they had their heat-seeking missiles to fill the gap, the price probe, and the single prints. And then that faucet got turned off, and the bottom feeders and short covering started once you started getting back. The last line of defense for those shorts was K's high, right? This is where it all started, but the market wanted to see what they had below yesterday's low. They got what they wanted. Now, once you took out J and K's high, well, anybody who was still short started scrambling, and now the momentum shorts who wanted to see what was below the day's low now wanted to see what was above the day's high. It's basically, in a nutshell, what transpired yesterday. We did go out with a price probe, all three of us. Now, as of right now, look at these wide pocks up here, either right at yesterday's highs or right above them. So the market is still piling in up here. But for now, with 75 minutes to go, SPY and ES are both below the base of the price probe. So that's going to be interesting. Both Russell and Qs for now are staying above theirs. Now, another interesting note. We have 2 days to go in the week. Both Russell and the NASDAQ have a chance for either an outside week up, and we can't rule out an outside week down. They've taken out both sides of last week's ranges. So, we'll see how we close tomorrow night if they get one of those. We never took out last week's low, so we don't have that possibility right now, right? We did take out last week's high, which would be now the next destination of that other weekly high in the top of the weekly balance. Our overnight high right now is 437.20. Overnight low is 432.65. Now, I didn't give some downside destinations, I believe, last night. So the price probe of 434.55, which is B's high. Then 9 wide at 432.52. And then yesterday's low of 424.80. So we talk about price vacuums. If these buyers give up what they got yesterday, and you get all these people now that are trapped long, both above B's high and the overnight, well, then you will easily trade back down to this 9 wide POC. But we'll see. We still have 75 minutes. If we open in the base of the price spike or price probe or above, well, again, you have the overnight high and then really nothing until the weekly balance high. So what's the game plan? Pretty much what I said. If we open above B's high, you could look for a long and use B's high as your out from yesterday. Any acceptance back in there, you'll have value that goes to unchanged, and the odds of trading all of M and getting the POC are very good. If, however, we stay above B's high, then the odds of getting yesterday's high are good, and then you'll see what happens at the overnight high. In the next 75 minutes, if we gap high, it depends how big the gap is. If it's not that big, I'll certainly take a long against M's high. If that fails, you can get out and try again or hold on to B's high. Now, in the next 75 minutes, if we open right in the middle of the range near POC, any push up towards B's high would also be a short, even though it's in value and balance, because where there were buyers yesterday, they wouldn't be there at least early on. Right? Pretty good basic game plan for this morning. That goes for the same on Qs and Russell. And then quickly on the chart, remember tomorrow night we recap all these. One other very important point. SPY goes ex-dividend tonight. So wherever we close, we're going to have to take off whatever the dividend amount is, which I'm not sure until tomorrow morning. So we will have an absolute disconnect from the ES for at least a few days. But right now on the daily, the SPY is up. We closed above the 20. Next destination is 441.11, which is the top of our weekly balance. Can we get there? More importantly, can we get acceptance above it? If you do, you'd be breaking out of a 4-week balance to the upside, and that's very positive. If we don't get it, or we get it and just stretch it slightly and come back in, nothing changes. Good luck trading today. Thanks for the likes and subscribing, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.